You see, we have to upload to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or, these aren't platforms that we control. So we always have to go by what somebody else is saying, somebody else's rules, somebody else's script, and there's no real freedom in that. What's up? No, I'm playing. Welcome back to the Uncultured Roots podcast. Co-host 17.
It's your man, Hersh Bawu. What up, what up?
And it's your man, G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And welcome back to episode 89. Yes, we took another brief hiatus, and we're not going to go into detail as to why that was, and we're just going to get to the show. So, how y'all brothers been?
Good. Still here.
Yeah. I've been all right.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah. I don't sugarcoat it. We don't sugarcoat stuff. I've gone through some shit. Breakups and shit. Things that people go through.
Yeah, human shit.
Yeah.
Life be lifing, as they say.
Absolutely.
All the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, so your best friend is president now.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I don't know about my best friend. Somebody's
ain't friend. That's a cult leader.
Yeah. That's Jim Jones.
Jim Jones is back.
Not Capo.
Not
Jesus.
Capo.
Shout out to Capo, but not Capo.
Yeah. So we have an interesting show today that we threw together, literally, and we're just gonna hop into it. So we're gonna start off with it's a bit of an older video, but it's relevant. Project 2025. So
hold on. I got a better way to start it off.
Okay.
So we know my man Hersh. He's half black, half Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just came home from a dope trip back home to Nigeria.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
How was the trip? Acquired minds want to know.
Trip was dope, man. It was definitely an experience that I wish I would have done years ago, just to have that connection. I mean, it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like, it felt like a little spiritual, you know what I'm saying? Just being there and just, being amongst people that look like you know what I'm saying? Family and everything. It was dope, bro.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say when they go back, it's a like spiritual type feeling.
Yeah, it feels different.
I'm sure it's different.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it feels different. But I mean, you still, you gotta learn how to move out there, because you can.
Yeah, see, okay, I'm glad you go into that, because my next question was like the difference between when you go there and is obviously somewhere different. Like, what's the difference? Like, what's the things? It's like you go there, like, okay, this is not like United States. This is somewhere else for sure.
As soon as you land, you ain't in Kansas no more. I mean, you can tell from the airport. I mean, they recently made like a new, more modern wing of the airport, so now that's cool. But I landed in the original part in International Lagos Airport, and I mean, it's just not organized like like we see over here. Yeah. As soon as you get there, I mean, you can talk to anybody. Like, I skipped the whole passport line. I gave a guy like $5. He got me. Everybody was mad at me.
Damn.
Went around everybody. But yeah, if you got money, you could. I mean, and it's not even a lot of money. you give a little money, you can move stuff along quicker. So
that's the way of the world.
yeah.
Damn.
But then they
All right, brother.
gonna be hounding you.
Mm-mm.
They gonna know you. They gonna know you American right away.
Oh,
So
yeah.
even me, right?
They were like,
Soon
greasing
as
them palms
yes,
already.
Yeah. They see how you dress, and you start talking, it's a wrap. You're a target, bro. So yeah, you definitely want to have somebody your transportation set up. Make sure they know what you look like, so when you go out there, you can go straight to them. Man. But yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
That's dope. As far as the airport, I know Africa rising is
Yeah.
is going to get better, and it's going to end up probably eclipsing what we have over here. In my opinion,
Yeah.
I believe that the first come last. They the first superpower. They're going to end up being the last superpower probably. And then the cycle goes like it does.
Mm-hmm.
But like the food, what's the food?
Man,
so you ate some real food, right?
I ate real food. This is the messed up part about it. I ate maybe 3 to 4 times a day because every time I visit a family member, they gonna bring out like
They feed
little, they bring out like some vegetables and peanuts, and they bring out something else, and they bring out like a full meal of rice, and meat. And this was like every time you visit somebody. So if you already ate, I was eating like 4 to 5 times a day. But the killing part is, I lost like 8 pounds.
That's something, ain't it?
I was eating real food for 2 weeks.
Wow.
I was eating 4 to 5 times a day, and I lost 8 pounds. So that tells you about the food over here, though.
That's a whole lot.
It was crazy.
That's a whole lot.
That's ridiculous.
I wasn't doing no physical activity, none of that. Bunch of walking. Like I was amazed about that.
Wow, man, that's crazy. You got any questions on that?
No, none that are appropriate for the podcast. It's just some shit we discuss off mic.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask. I know what you're gonna ask, and I'm not gonna ask.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna leave. Never mind. Never mind.
Man, we got a plan. We got a plan.
No, absolutely.
Shoot the podcast from out there.
No, absolutely. When you saying he's about to get ready to go over there, I'm like, oh no, man. Next time he go over there.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad I went the way I went. Like with my dad and my uncle. You know what I'm saying? They kind of showed me the game on how to move out there. So now I can go by myself, and I got my Nigerian passport. So I guess I'm considered a dual citizen now.
Oh,
so just in case this bitch go down.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Go over there and get it right. Like, come on through, bro.
Hey.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be one of those migrants they talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. You ain't in America? No. I had the escape.
I heard Ghana was like offering citizenship too to black people.
They've been doing that for years, since what happened with the what it is. I guess is because I guess they was a part of the slave trade where they was people was leaving out from Ghana, and so they thing was we gonna give them this citizenship. Yeah, you can come back here.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, that's good.
I feel like everybody need to go and somewhere in Africa and experience that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to.
That's
I'm
good.
open to it.
Yeah.
It's good considering that, unfortunately, because they fucked with our DNA so much, a lot of us don't know what tribes and
what
villages we
tribe.
were from.
Right.
And it's good. That's why I say it's great that Ghana's doing that. It's just,
Yeah.
it's like, man, I really want to know where my people actually come from originally. I know it's from the motherland, but where specifically? Because even though, I'm light skinned, but like I've said it on the show before, we've traced our family tree back down to the early 1830s.
Oh, nice.
And we actually were able to trace some descendants that were in slavery.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I know for a fact my people were in chains. Like because we already did the backlog and was able to get. So I'm like, damn. Because we had it at our family reunion 2 years ago, and they was just showing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, is showing how pretty much everybody connected. And I'm like, damn, and I'm like, so these are really my people. These is my family. That's why I'm like, so I already seen it in my family. Like, and unfortunately, a lot of black people can't go back that far. You know what I'm saying? But I was one of the fortunate ones to be able to see, like, shit. So we really did have people in chains and in bondage and in servitude. So that's why I'm like, I already seen the proof. So I'm like, all right. So I want to know where my people come from. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I like to do that myself. Well, my mom had been talking about doing like a family tree type thing.
Yeah.
After this conversation, I think I'm gonna go back to her and revisit that and see if I could help her with doing that.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it because even though I wasn't on the committee that put that whole thing together, I was still able to experience the fruits of their labor.
Yeah,
and being able to see how we are all connected. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, Jesus. I'm like, man, showing the people through marriage, showing the people that were, you know what I'm trying to get at. But it was very interesting to see, and I can only imagine Hersh's trip over there, because I ain't gonna front. I was jealous as hell. Like, man, I won't go, nigga. Shit. But I was happy for you, like say, man, y'all my brothers. Even if I am jealous of you, it's not no hatred jealousy. It's like, damn it, I want it too.
Well, it's like this. For the audience who don't, you if you watch this, you kind of know us. But then you explain, like, you already know 1-7 is straight up unfiltered. Like, but when he say that, is he 100% genuine about what he feeling.
Right.
So he say jealous. You know what I'm saying? But it's not in a way where it's like, fuck this nigga.
Oh, hell no. Absolutely not.
Like, it ain't like that. It's like, damn, man, I'm kind of jealous that I wish I could do that.
I wish I could go.
He just being 100%.
Right.
So, for some people who don't know, it might come off at face value like
but it ain't that
negative, but it is not that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And like I say, these brothers know me, and we've had so many conversations throughout the years. Like I say, like we did a pre-show meeting last night, like, and
that could have been a show.
It could have been a show.
I think it would have been a dog ass show.
Yeah. Even though I was holding on.
You barely.
Toward the end.
Yeah. That's what.
That boy was nodding off.
He scratching them eyes. I knew it was over. Inside nigga rubbing them eyes. He got 10 pounds on every eyelid.
Right.
But no, we've all known each other for over 2 decades, so that's why it's like my whole thing is you don't find shit like this out in the world like that no more, because there's too many people that are snakes, that are two-faced, that like, I generally want the best for y'all brothers. Like, I'm happy to see y'all thriving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Fly is absolutely right. When I use the word jealous, it's not coming from a I can't stand these niggas. It's like, man, I'm jealous because I'm happy for this brother, and I wish it was me too. Not I wish it was me. No, I wish it was me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so no, it's not. It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be that. I'm not jealous from the standpoint of I don't want these brothers to be successful. Shit, I want everybody that people who I'm around. I want us all to be successful. Absolutely. Shit. Ain't no.
then,
you don't get far in life hating like that.
Nah. And people just don't accept people for who they are, and people don't take the time no more to try to get an understanding of people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean that's I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have y'all brothers in my circle. I'm blessed to be a part of y'all circle. I'm blessed to I'm blessed to have people that do understand where I come from, because like you were saying, Fly, people who don't know me, I come off as socially awkward, and I might say some things that might rub somebody the wrong way. It's like I don't really mean it that way. It's just I don't really know how to beat around the bush on a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I just, and that's not saying I'm realer than anybody or no shit like that. It's just how I was raised, man. My family didn't hold no punches. We didn't do that shit. So I don't really know how. You know what I'm saying? And if I just keep my mouth closed if I don't want to say nothing.
Right. Well, people in our friend group, we like I said, we take time to try to get an understanding and not jump to conclusions. Like I could say for myself, and I think Hersh could probably contest the same. He probably could feel the same way. Like the way we do, we because me and him is so laid back that we kind of just try to get he said this, but what do that mean? You know what I'm saying? But because we got history, and then we take the time to try to get an understanding.
Yeah,
we understand how you could come off. You know what I'm saying? And where somebody else probably would take it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wish I could be better, but
well, people take things as face value and not get a deeper understanding. There's a lot of shallow people. Look shallow. They just don't want to get an understanding. They will rather, if you say something, they don't say, well, what do you mean by that? They just go off the ham and be like, then fuck you too, and woo woo woo, and like it ain't got to be all that.
Yeah, and like I say, especially for us three. I mean, obviously we know other people outside of our circles or whatever, but it's like our core circle here. You know, we didn't been traveling together. You know, we were in Hersh's wedding. You know what I'm saying? I consider us pretty much family at this point, all three of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we connected. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm grateful and blessed to be doing the show with y'all, because I don't know if I could be able to really be who I am authentically with, outside of, Cadario. Like he's the fourth member here, but being like that with anybody else, if I say something that might come off as, hey, bro, I'm not dissing nobody. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking. I don't take shots at folks because I don't believe in taking shots at people. Hey, let's have a conversation. Let's be direct and frank with each other in a respectful manner. Obviously, it's all respect. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's how life should be, as opposed to, people doing sneak dissing like what Drake do all the damn time. And I just don't believe in that shit. Just be straightforward, man. It's better. You
I ain't gonna put it as old Drake. A lot of people do it. I mean, even Kendrick was doing it. Kendrick was doing it. Yeah. They both kind of was, guilty of that. Because before the main thing, they. Well, yeah, I'm not. I like them both, but I look at the full spectrum. Before this main thing that everybody was excited about, they was both shooting shots under the table.
Yeah, I know. Like I say, I'm biased. I don't fuck with Drake.
Said,
so
fuck the big three.
That was
direct.
That's how I feel.
Well, he got time. He just was like, we've been doing this back and forth on the table.
Yeah, let's set it off.
Get it out
there. See, that's how I would have been from the jump. I don't do that. You know, obviously, I'm a little long in the tooth, so you know, I ain't really in the rap scene like that no more. But I'm saying, even if I was at the point, like, bro, I'm not sneak dissing. I ain't taking no shots, bro. If you will know if I'm talking about you, because I'm going to mention you by name, you know, and primarily we're gonna have a conversation before I put it on record, you know, because I'm just the type, I'd rather address it. I don't like tension, I don't like conflict, so I would rather have a discussion. Hey, let's talk about it. This is the problem, these are the issues, and if we can't resolve nothing, or if motherfucker take it left with me, then it's like, all right, then I'm gonna go wherever you want to go. That's how I look at it, you know. And so if or in some situations I will walk away if I feel like this ain't gonna be worth it, especially if it's gonna get too serious where people gonna have to start, you know what I'm saying? So
to me, that's most of the time, because we getting into an era with people so they're not most emotionally intelligent
or stable, for that matter.
Or stable. So you know, I'm not about to argue with a fool. You know,
exactly.
That's my main. Y'all know my motto. I don't argue with these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to argue with these niggas. So.
You gotta print a shirt like that.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, see, Hersh just gave me idea.
Yeah. I mean,
man, shit, I'm writing that shit down.
I mean, that's the best way to live. And for everybody watch the show, look, we gonna get into the show, but look, we just we just kind of giving you guys a little insight into what some of our off mic conversations be like, because like I say, when the show do start picking up and start getting good, then you know we'll start recording our off mic conversations and do them for the Patreon. So anybody want to, you know, y'all gonna be able to subscribe to that, because it get way more intense and the shit get way more real. Not to say we not giving you real on mic, but you know, there's certain things we can't touch on because of, you know, we don't have our own platforms. You see, we have to upload to YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, or, you know, these aren't platforms that we control. So we always have to go by what somebody else is saying, somebody else's rules, somebody else's script, you know, and there's no real freedom in that. Like, that's the part a lot of people don't talk about. You know, we don't have as much freedom as people say we have. We have some freedom, don't get me wrong. I could sit here behind this mic and criticize the United States and how fucked up it is, or whatever and whatnot.
Yeah,
well, you know, when it was a little safer when Biden was in office, you know, I wasn't too worried about the government coming after me. But this fucking vindictive motherfucker here, you know, I already don't like niggers. And didn't you just say you a descendant of slaves? You a full nigger, ain't you? Like, you know what, motherfucker?
To me, we only could talk about things so far, no matter who in office, because it's a certain type of arm that's that's like that
invisible,
almost that it almost operates offside of the main government that we know of. I mean, some of them is, you know, 3-letter organizations, but.
Yeah, you want to know my thoughts on the Rothschilds and the Bilderberg Group and the Illuminati and all that other conspiracy? No, I can't do that.
That's another level. That's another level. I ain't even get to. I wouldn't even talk about that level. I'm talking about 3-letter organizations.
You talking about the Alphabet Boys?
Yeah. I'm talking
about it all the way there.
See, he went.
No, that's shit that's shit you gotta say for Patreon and off mic and all that. I ain't saying all that. You know, that's gonna be some you gotta pay to hear that. I ain't because I got thoughts, motherfucker. Thoughts and theories. But anyway. Yeah. All right, well.
Get to
damn.
the show.
That's 24 minutes. 24 minutes of ramble. I'm gonna put
Nah,
that shit
that
in
ain't
a minute.
Rambo.
Skip this.
That's not Rambo.
Man.
We done rambled longer before.
I say that. Man, this is the most transparent podcast you ever gonna hear.
Yeah,
It really is.
Look,
it really is, man.
we was not prepared for this episode
At all.
So what I just did was I finagled it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you did.
See, 17 was gonna go on what we had pulled together at the last minute, but I thought about trying to fill it out by asking Hersh about his trip because and it's not like I didn't have a conversation with Hersh before this because I wanted to make sure that it was safe to ask him about it.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes people go do those type of experience they don't want to share with people.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But he was like, I thought he was saying that it was he thought it was dope to do. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that.
Yeah.
And so when we didn't have something, like boom, there we go, we got something right here. Started off.
Yeah, Hersh can't be talking about his African
over.
baby mama over there.
Oh,
That's some Naira laying around for the next trip.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Passport mittens.
We ain't gonna tell K, all right?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about your African baby mama over there, man. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't gonna talk about her. I'm talking shit, K. If you watch this, there's no way in hell he ain't gonna do that to you.
No,
bro, you see this stack? This is like $34. This ain't.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Like, can't go look at this like what the fuck?
That ain't a lot of money.
Oh shit. Oh man. All right. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna talk about Project 2025, and it's about a 2-minute video. So, all right, let's get to it.
Do you know what Project 2025 is? If not, this isn't even, the mandate is 1,000 pages. I started reading it. I was actually going to go over it with y'all before they spoke about it at the BET Awards, but I love that they put that on a bigger platform because I literally have been seeing in the comments people had no idea this was even a thing because it wasn't being broadcast like that. And that's another reason why they be trying to get rid of TikTok, because I did not know about Project 2025 and the seriousness of it until TikTok. So let's have another learning lesson because that is what TikTok is vital for, learning lessons. Okay, come on. Do y'all see this? Take a second, pause it, read this list. Because I know there's at least 10 things on this list that affect you directly. And you can say it don't.
So I'm going to pause it. What it's saying. End no-fault divorce. Complete ban on abortions without exceptions. Ban contraceptives. Additional tax breaks for corporations.
Contraceptives.
So they want to ban you from preventing pregnancy?
Yeah.
So you
they
can't
really try to.
They cutting off.
They try to take it another level. Damn.
So are you telling me that you about to close down Trojan factories and all that type of stuff?
Are they talking about like the Marina and
they talking about it all
of it?
Yeah.
So what's the argument though? Because that's not pro-life because ain't no life yet.
Well, no, it is pro-life according to them because they just don't want you having sex for fun. They want you to procreate. They need soldiers for their military, and they need taxpayers for their government.
Man, them red hat motherfuckers do like to have sex for fun. And man, this dude said grab him by the cooch.
Right.
This is the man said grab him by the cooch. Come on now.
I guess the sex with the porn star wasn't for fun. I was
right.
What was that for?
Look, man.
You mean to tell me he don't like sloppy toppy?
They all hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
Definitely hypocrites. I don't know a president who don't. You better ask Bill about it. I did not have sex with that woman.
Miss Lewinsky. Oh my God. Let's see. Higher taxes. It said additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%, and then higher taxes for the working class.
I mean, that's a Republican thing across the board. It seemed like.
Listen, this is what I don't care how this sounds. This is what I never understand about people who vote Republican.
Right.
If you are not rich, if you are not wealthy, why are you voting Republican?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about your culture issues. I said this in one of my TikTok videos the other day. Like, you one issue voters are some of the most stupidest people on the fucking planet. So you let one issue out of the plethora of issues we have dictate how you vote. Because I thought it was about the almighty dollar. I thought it was about the economy. I thought it was about the price of eggs. You know, that's all that shit y'all was saying. This is why we can't take you serious. This is why we don't believe y'all when you say shit like that. A lot of it is undercover racism, and a lot of it is not being listen. I'm not advocating saying, oh, you should only vote Democrat, this, that, and the third, because it's only a matter of time before they put up a fucking bumbling idiot like this orange color. Look, what I'm getting at is, if it's about the money and you are not rich, then explain to me how you voting Republican. Because they have always been for the party of the rich. Don't get me wrong, Democrats too.
You know what I think?
To a certain extent.
No, I think the logic behind it is, it's not that they voting Republican first. They voting him first, Republican second. You get what I'm saying? It's more about him.
Yeah, he like a separate party within.
No, I'm saying what I'm getting at goes
like
way further
separate.
before him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the Ronald Reagan shit that was happening before we were born.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the one that really started this madness. It started with Reagan in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't having all of these problems and shit like we have now. This trickle down shit started with that dump. Don't disrespect the dead. Fuck him too.
I'll probably say it didn't even happen probably even before him. It was on the way there before him.
I mean, it was a part of their mantra. Nixon wasn't no fucking. But I mean, when you ask people who created the EPA, it was Richard Nixon. That was a government agency, Environmental Protection Agency. That was created by a Republican. So it wasn't always a part of the ideology. Like, they adapted some of this bullshit over the years. I hate to say it, but
I mean,
on a lot of issues, the parties were sort of closer back in the day. The gap has been widened over the years, where they're more further apart than ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they were a little closer back in the day.
It isn't turning into like a political game bang. Like,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. And I don't really rock with neither one of them. I can't.
I don't either right now.
Yeah.
And that's why, for the most part, now I just really I try to sit back and I just watch this shit and let it just play out.
Yeah, try to figure out my next move, because both ends of the spectrum is wild.
Yeah.
Nah, the Dems are fucking.
They're talking about.
I think they
kids,
lost.
The transgender kids getting surgeries and shit. That shit is way left.
We got far away from what really matters the most.
Yeah.
And I know they are people arguing with me about that is, well, that means a lot to these, some people, but yo, man, come on, man. Let's get to what matters the most across the board to everybody, not just sex changes and all this shit. Like, man, we need to be talking about what's going to happen with our, things that matter the most, like our way of living, how we, how this money is going, like all the stuff
help
that
for
really
small
matters.
Businesses and stuff like that. People
how we gonna thrive?
Make a way for themselves. Yeah.
How we gonna educate people to have real education? Yeah. I'm not trying to hear about y'all emotions and y'all afraid, and y'all want to take away Black history and all that type of stuff. Black history, American history. That's part of this American history. You can't erase it. To erase it will be to you basically say, I don't give a fuck what happened back then, and I don't care that y'all went through that. So I'm not gonna. All because you don't want to talk about it because it's uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable, that means there's something wrong with that.
And the reason why it came is because they wasn't teaching about it in the regular history shit.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what they keep doing?
I was teaching about black achievement during the regular American history. We wouldn't need no black history.
They keep on trying to suppress stuff, and it keep coming to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're not gonna get the truth. Is the only thing that's gonna survive and is gonna be around forever. The truth will permeate in the atmosphere forever. The only thing that fall apart is lies, and the only way they stay around is if you keep on reinforcing it with more lies. So the truth is what matters. Y'all is just afraid of the truth and don't know how to confront it. Well, or maybe you don't want to confront it because it's a system that's set up for certain people to benefit off of, and it's not broken. It's designed to work the way it's working.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Fucking. Anyway, higher taxes for the working class, elimination of unions and worker protections, raise the retirement age, cut Social Security, cut Medicare, end the Affordable Care Act, that's Obamacare, raise prescription drug prices, eliminate the Department of Education, use public taxpayer money for private religious schools, teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools, end free and discounted school lunch programs. Man, I mean, it's so much to talk about there. Like, we wouldn't even be able to make it down the fucking list in this episode. And I'm just trying to understand. People were telling people about Project 2025. Yeah. Nobody bothered to fucking read it. And now you tell me what person in a working class position is okay with any of this shit. Maybe the religious shit, maybe the religious things about teaching their religion in schools and whatever and whatnot, which is bullshit because not everybody subscribes to that religion.
Yeah.
Everybody go to public school. You can't mandate. Hey, everybody's gonna go. Everybody's gonna learn to be a Christian. Everybody ain't Christian.
Yeah, that was one of the big points of America, right? It was free religion.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna push one religion in school, so that's kind of.
That's
man,
why
I'm gonna say something.
They say America great again, man. It's like y'all going back. Some of these things you going back on what the original forefathers
didn't even agree on.
Oh, y'all's forefathers.
Yeah,
did not wasn't setting up to be. What is it?
And a lot of them don't even understand. A lot of them don't even understand where most of the language for the United States Constitution originates from. Most of it originates from a Freemasonry document, what they were practicing in Freemasonry. But a lot of people don't know that history. They don't go back that far. And realistically, what it was is freedom of religion to be able to study and practice whatever religion you want. Yeah. The other part they don't tell you was a lot of them were Satan worshiping people too. A lot of motherfuckers were devil worshipers. And so they wanted the freedom to be able to practice whatever religion they wanted to in the open. Hey, this is what the country was founded on, because you couldn't practice that devil worship shit in Europe because they were heavily Christian and Baptist and Catholic and all of that. They wasn't going for over there.
They'll burn you.
They'll burn you. So the land of the free, hey, we can worship whatever the fuck we want over here. That's part of the foundation. So if a motherfucker running around here in the devil suit praising Satan or participating in the church of Satan, Hey,
what is it?
Luciferians.
Luciferian. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's completely
I ain't
legal.
want to butcher that.
Yeah.
But
It's completely legal because hey, freedom of religion. A lot of people they don't think that. See, this is why America's a dumb ass country. And I'm not saying it to be controversial or to make a clip for a fucking podcast to try. I don't know. That ain't what it's for. I've been saying y'all been dumb for years. Well, you live in this dumbass country. Yeah, because I ain't smart enough to escape. Shit.
well,
I ain't got enough money to escape. Let's put it that way. It ain't that I ain't
Well,
smart enough. I can't get the fuck on.
Well,
That's the
granted,
problem.
a lot of people want to know because a lot of stuff, they don't tell the whole story and they don't give everybody the whole information. So a lot of people don't know a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of information you gotta acquire on your own. You gotta go dig deep and looking for it.
Yeah, if anybody don't believe what I'm saying, just go research. Just literally look up Freemasonry documents. Look up the Freemasonry doctrine. And you will be able to come across the document. I ain't going into too many specifics because I'm not an actual Mason. But you can find the shit because I did. And compare notes to the U.S. Constitution. Some of the main things you'll find there, some of the key sticking points in the U.S. Constitution was already in the Freemasonry documents, and that existed long before the country did.
And that's not don't sound like a stretch because some of the first presidents was Freemasons.
Were Freemasons, and a lot of a few of the people who signed the Declaration of Independence were Freemasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm like it just well. Anyhow, I ain't gonna get too much into that. Once we start our Patreon, then I'll get talking full blast on that shit. So but I study a lot about the occult and all of that shit. I study a lot of that shit, but I can't talk about it a lot because no, I'm not a devil worshiper. No, I'm not an occultist. Because if I was, I'd have a lot more money. I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now. Okay. But no, I just learned about it because I need to know what the other side is doing. So I don't get too caught up in all this surface level shit. This Project 2025, even though it's going to affect us, it's technically surface level shit. But anyway, cut Social Security, cut Medicare. I said all of that. Anyway, look, I'm going to just play the rest of the video because I didn't realize we was talking that damn long and we got other shit to get to. So
don't. You can say it's not going to happen. And there's so many idiots running around talking about, oh, we want him back in office. We're going to get loans for our businesses. We're going to get stimuluses. Y'all are goofy and you don't know what you're talking about. Y'all sound like you're very much so misinformed and uneducated. And you are very much so naive to think after seeing this man have MAGA supporters, it's been right in front of your face and you still choose to put the blinders on. That is the biggest form of ignorance. And I have been politically neutral, but I absolutely feel like I'm going to take a stand this year. Just because, like, how? He wants to promote and expedite capital punishment. Don't they already put enough of our people in slavery when they put them in jail? I have a brother serving a life sentence. Not saying he was the best person in the world, but he don't deserve to be in there for life right now. Use the military to break up domestic protests. Come on, y'all. Come on now. We've already seen how the police already are out of hand and already think that they're gods on some level. Because really it's a god complex for them. They didn't have any control in their lives, so they feel like they need to get into some position of power or authority over someone else to try to control their lives when at home they probably getting beat with a wife beater by their wife. Okay? So I'm just saying this can't be a thing. We cannot let this happen.
Too late.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, like I said, it was an older video. This is what we were supposed to talk about prior to it, but we never got around to it.
Shout out to it's still Slash of Teal. That was her at.
Yeah. We want to shout her out.
Yeah. Usually if I download a TikTok video, they have it to where you can take their name out and whatever, but I'm like, man, give them their credit. It's their shit. It's their content.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Give them their credit. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So, but we've been trying to warn y'all, you know, and the thing about politics, man, and I'll say this. People play politics way too hard. I think we see and know those people who politics is their entire life. They don't talk about nothing outside of politics. They bring politics up in conversations that have nothing to do with politics. You know, we could be talking about a problem that's going on or something that's like nobody's fault in particular. And then, because I remember this happening when Biden was president, and somebody who's super fucking political, well, that's Joe Biden. Joe Biden ain't got a damn thing to do with this conversation right here. Joe Biden ain't responsible for whatever it is the fuck we was talking about, but he wasn't responsible for that. And the same thing would apply right now if Trump was in office. Trump ain't got shit to do with what we talking about in particular. You know, he is taking the wrecking ball approach to fucking up a bunch of shit to where it's starting to trickle down and affect us. You know, bull in the China shop type shit. Yeah. But everything ain't politics, and everything ain't always going to be Trump's fault. Yeah, he fucking up a bunch of shit, but everything can't possibly be any president's fault. You know, and that's me being straight down the middle. I ain't no fucking advocate for that fat orange fucker. I don't fuck for him at all. You know what I'm saying? But let's use common sense here. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? He is fucking up a lot of shit. But everything is not politics. And there are people out here where their entire fucking worldview is revolved around politics. And it's like, you do not have a life. You know, do you know how to laugh? Do you know how to joke? Do you remember what those things are? You got some people out here that's how they move. And like, I stay away from them people. I can't talk to you. Everything ain't politics.
Everything's so damn negative right now.
Yeah, that too.
So negative, man.
But
remember date my man Dave Chappelle. Everybody need just to chill, man.
Just chill out.
But going back to this Project 2025, this is all Trump's fault. This is all Republicans' fault. This is all them.
The funny thing is, you know, when asked about it, he said, I don't know what that is. I don't know. You seem like he's going down the list now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what person in their right mind are going to vote for Medicare cuts, Social Security cuts? What person in their right mind are going to vote for someone who's going to deliberately raise taxes on you? I mean, he's telling you, yeah, I'm going to raise taxes on you, stupid motherfuckers. You're my guy. What the fuck?
You know what? There's a lot of people that was like, you know, he gave us the stimulus and whatnot. Man, these people are the poster child of you got to pull yourself up by the bootstrap. You think they about to give you a check?
Yeah.
Republicans, they say you got to work every goddamn thing.
People who
and you do, but
people who good with cutting Medicare, they just don't want to see it coming out of their check. But then when they need it, like if they fall on hard times, they're gonna be shit out of luck.
Exactly.
Anybody could fall on hard times.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be, a safety net, right?
Yeah, but
it's gonna be a lot more suffering. Yeah.
You gotta think about it like this, man. The reason why America don't have universal health care, because they don't want black people to get it.
Mm.
The reason we don't have a lot of those protections and shit that Europe got is because it's black folks over here. They don't want black people to get the shit.
Mm.
So they would rather cut off their nose to spite their face. They would rather go without just so we don't get it. Like, I'm dead serious. And then like when I go to Canada, because I go to Canada all the fucking time, and I just see the difference. I always say Canada is what America was supposed to be. Canada don't have that problem. Is there some racism in Canada? It probably is, but it's nowhere near
like this.
The level of over here. Nowhere.
Yeah.
So
They be cracking jokes about Canada. United States, they always joke about Canada. Like, yeah, that's the diet United States and shit like that. Well, they got it better than a lot. They got it better than these people over here.
My analogy,
need a diet.
Hell yeah. My interpretation: Canada is the suburbs and America's the ghetto. America's the hood.
Yeah,
that's the truth. Like, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. America's just the hood. Yeah. It don't matter if you're in the suburbs in America, you still in the hood. Because Canada is a beautiful country, man. Like, I'm telling you, if there was a way I could find a job and relocate to Canada, I'd be gone on the first thing smoking. I'm not even bullshitting. Does Canada have its problems? Hell yeah. But name a country that don't. Name somewhere that don't. Guess what I ain't gonna have to worry about over there. I ain't gonna have to worry about getting shot.
This is how you know that it's just that PR thing that America got.
Yeah.
That's making this thing run like it is, because people who cross the border, like the Mexicans that cross the border from the South, they want to come up here and they want to be in America. Boy, y'all really want to go over there.
Keep going. I want to go over there.
Y'all stop it here like, yeah, this is it. You just don't know. You ain't been here long enough. No. And you just drunk the Kool-Aid, really.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to bash this place. Like, it ain't some things that they get right. You know what I mean? It's just, it's been a lot of, it's been a lot that people just don't know and don't understand because they not here, especially coming from a black person's perspective. It's like I keep saying, they just got a good PR team that make it seem like it's all good, but it's not. It's like, you would think that the way this place is built up to be, the way it should look. It should, like, the richest country on the planet, it should be looking like Dubai.
Yeah. It shouldn't be thousands of homeless people on the street.
Let's go back and answer your question. It should, but you know why it's not?
Because greed.
Greed and racism.
Yeah. Control.
That too. I'm telling you, like people are going, people have already started calling me like a race baiter or something like that. Somebody said
that's definitely a MAGA person, because that's the favorite thing to say.
Yeah, they say, why are you always talking about race? Because it's prevalent as hell. Because it's affecting me. Yes, everything is about race.
Y'all made it that way. See, this is the thing I need certain white people to understand, or people that's on that type of time. I need to understand, y'all made it this way. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't want us to talk about it, it's only one thing y'all got to do, is y'all got to change the system. But y'all not going to do it. Why? Because you benefit. Yeah. And y'all do not want to give up the benefit.
Yeah.
Because if you gave up the benefit, that means it'll be fair for everybody else. Y'all don't want to give that up.
No.
Oof. One of these days, I'm going to unleash the real out on this show, and I'm probably going to have to apologize for what I said. But understand, when I make that apology, I don't mean a motherfucking word of it.
Don't apologize.
Oh, I'll do. Look, I'll do it. And look, everything I say can and will be used against me. So they'll dig up this clip. Well, you said this. Yeah, I know. I said it. I'm very fucking transparent. If I apologize for something and I don't mean it, I'll tell you, I'm sorry. I don't mean that shit, but I'm just saying it because y'all want to hear it. You want to hear me say I'm sorry. I don't mean a motherfucking word of what I'm saying. But I'm just giving you what you want to hear, because you want me to apologize, because you look at it like, see, that's shame. You're apologizing because of shame. No, I'm apologizing because I ain't trying to fuck my money up. That's why I'm apologizing. I ain't apologizing for some shame shit. I don't really mean this shit. I just need the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it what it is. But see, I'm the type of person that will probably never get famous. You know what I'm saying? Because if I did, it wouldn't last long. And that's why I'm like, I don't want it to fuck up. I don't want it to fuck up y'all bag. You know?
I'm not trying to be uber famous.
Hell no.
Because when you be uber famous, it only means one thing. It means certain people control what you say and what you do. How much you make, they put a ceiling. It's a ceiling there. Once you get to a certain point, you gonna have to pay to play.
Yep. Yes.
I don't want that.
No.
Because I'm not gonna sell my soul.
No. I just want to be
It's not my. It was given.
Quiet.
A soul is a soul, period. So it's not like I sell it, but I'm not about to sell. What they mean by selling soul is everything that makes you who you are and what you believe.
Stand for.
You decide to compromise that.
Yeah.
And I'm not compromising that. Nope. So I'm not gonna pay to play.
Nope.
So I'm understanding that there's a level that I probably will never get in life because I'm not gonna compromise.
Right? Yeah.
There's a level of money,
and I'm okay with that.
I'm all right with that. I don't need that much anyway.
I don't want that much.
I don't need that much anyway. It's like, you know, like when one of the things that made me understand that is Kanye. Because I see what was happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got to a certain level.
He got to that level.
And they playing with him in his face.
Yep.
And I'm like, nah, I don't want it that bad. I don't need $1 billion that bad. Like, I take, you know, I'm gonna keep my integrity and keep who I am intact without compromising. I take these millions, and I don't need $1 billion trillion.
No. Well, I mean, I said it in one of my videos. I said it in one of my TikTok videos. I'm like, how much money is enough? How much is enough? I said, for me, it's $70 million. I said, for me, with $70 million, I got enough money. At that point, I got enough money to put a couple million up for each of my children, put it up in a trust, let that compound interest build up over years. That way they can't touch it until they're like 35, 36 years old. By that time, they well into their 30s. They are full
like
adult.
million.
They should have life happen, and they should have good, money management skills by that point.
Yeah.
And I've always said that. I'm like, with that amount of money, and then obviously I'll probably start some businesses or whatever, but I would only accept enough profit that would keep me at $70 million. Anything excess, I'd give away. I'm not even bullshitting. I mean that on my soul. I give that shit away because I'm like, as long as I'm at that 70 million mark, I don't need nothing else. I'll get the rest of that shit away.
The more that you have, you know, the more it's acquired to you to help other people.
Yes. That's, man.
That's how I feel. Like, if you blessed to make that much, then you like chosen to help other people.
You gotta give back, man. You gotta give back. And like, but that's who I am naturally anyway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me, okay? Y'all know me personally, but a lot of motherfuckers see what I'm saying and think I'm full of shit. Like, nigga, if you had that money, you wouldn't give shit away. Well, then, nigga, you don't know me because
it's not even. They don't even know themselves.
That's true.
Because this is why I say that, because part of your mission down here to be a spirit, going through these, having this experience, is to be a service to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, look, the people who have it, who's doing what they're supposed to do with it, they're a service to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then most people that's gonna tell you that is the ones who don't have it.
Yeah.
That's why they say that. Oh, you wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't do it, and you saying that out of a place of lack.
Exactly. No, you right about that, and because a lot of people will project themselves onto you, and it's like, no, don't put you on me, nigga, because you're not me, and I'm not you. You know, I mean, I'm telling you, man, I'm so serious, bro. If I really had that much money, I think the minimum, I probably wouldn't allow myself to go below like $20 million.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I
I'm
was
just
about to
being
say.
real, because I don't ever want to go back to being broke.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
But in between that 70 and
10
20,
million, I'm good.
well, I mean, I
What
just
you
want
say,
that
Hersh?
little.
So if I get 10 million, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just want that extra safety net, because I
I
really
know
don't
I
want to go
feel
back to being broke.
17 on that 70.
10 is a
But I feel
big
like,
safety net.
yeah, but I feel like 70 is almost hitting that ceiling to where they want to
Yeah,
get in and be involved in
right.
what you do.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's shit. Realistically, you get about 25, 30 million. That's where they want to
Yeah.
be. That's where they want to
You
do it.
start to draw attention to yourself.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want
Like,
I don't want no parts of them.
no, I'm just
I
saying
don't care. I don't like they can
that's
go
my
ahead.
that's my fantasy number. Now, don't get me wrong. I just want enough money to where I don't have to do what I'm currently doing for a living.
Yeah, or I can do
If
what
I
I
can
want to
replace
do
that money
for the rest of my life.
I'll be fine. Like, if this took the place of my day job, I'll be content. I'll be content. I'll be like, cool.
So
All I gotta do is
we
podcast.
really
That's it.
just want true freedom.
True freedom.
Yeah. Whatever
Because
number that is.
yeah, whatever number that is. Yeah.
We won't
I'm
know till
saying
we get there.
that's right. That's
I
right.
mean, the $10 million is enough
Yeah, I think too would be more than enough.
because
No.
because you can make it. You doing good if you get 10,000 a week or 10 or around a month. You could do with that.
Oh yeah. If I made 10 grand a
You
week,
can
I'd
live
be
off
set
the
for
interest.
life.
Yeah,
I'd be set for life.
You can live
Because
off the interest.
there's no way I'm spending 10 racks in a week, considering my lifestyle and how I live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change.
That's the
I'm
thing.
not gonna change
But that's
too
the thing.
much.
People have been
that's the key
conditioned to
thing.
excess.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If you
No.
go
See
to a crazy level of lifestyle, then 10 million ain't enough.
It's not enough for a lot of people because we've been introduced to want to be excessive.
Yeah.
To have way more than we actually need.
That's true. That's true. The only reason I'm not saying 10 million is because, like I say, my idea is to never want to work again. And with $10 million done the right way, could I never work again? Absolutely. Done the right way.
Yeah.
The only thing that I worry about is,
and this is 10 million after taxes.
Yes.
After tax, to be clear. This is
everything
net,
we talking about on this show is after taxes. Net, yes.
Net.
Not the gross. I think the reason why I have trouble with $10 million, and it goes back to what I mentioned earlier, I just know how I am. Like, I don't want to put it out there, but those who know me know who I am, and it's like I try to help folks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go so far as to where I'm helping people to where I find myself back in the poorhouse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, I do need a little extra, because I'm like,
listen, I'm not arguing with you. I feel you on the 70. I really do. I'm a money person. I like money. Part of it come from trauma of not having it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like because rich people, it's pretty easy for them to make more money. So if you got 10 million, I think it'll be pretty easy to get that to like 15, 20 just by investing in something safe.
Yeah, the more you get it seems like the more the rest will come.
Yeah.
Like it gets easier. It gets a little bit more easier.
I think that first million is the hardest thing to
I think so.
get.
I think so.
And it's because it comes with unlearning and learning.
Yeah.
Like it's things that you're gonna have to unlearn that kept you from getting to it in the first place, and things you have to learn to keep it. And after you done got that down, and then you got the million, then it get a little easier after that.
Right.
This ain't me saying it. It's people that's got money.
I've heard people say that. I've heard people say the first million is the hardest, and then it just gets easier after that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I say, I can't speak for no other person on the planet outside of myself. I just know that I'm going to continue to live a modest lifestyle in terms of I'll keep the same car I got. I'll just fix it up. I might go buy one more car
Right.
Pay it off. Go get me a modest home.
Mm-hmm.
And, probably, couple nice items for the new house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Ain't gonna
I
be
don't
flashy
need
at all.
anything else. I don't need anything else. I got 2
Right.
cars. I got a crib that's paid for. I got
Yep.
some nice little trinkets on the inside. Got a nice because I'm a big electronics guy, so I like my computers. I like my, get me a couple high-end items, and that's it. I genuinely do not need nothing else. I'm dead ass serious outside of health and my family. That's all I need.
If you don't do nothing with $10 million, we'll put it in a high interest, bank.
Yeah.
Get like 4% on it.
Yeah.
That's $4,000 a year, just interest.
Yep. And I could co-sign what he's saying because I'm doing that myself. Like I have a high yield savings account. I advise people to do that because that, like, I'm not about to say what I got. But what I will say is, you will see that interest, and it's going to inspire you. But like, oh, if I had more, just imagine what the interest would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what I say.
You can live very comfortably just off the interest and not even touch a dime of your money.
So yeah, shoot, Hersh said 4.4%. It's places that got 5%.
Some places got 5-6.
Yeah,
I'm looking now for a new one because the
if you
one
coming with 10 million, they probably gonna give you a little more.
The one I'm using now, they started at 4, then it dropped to like 3 point something. I'm like, I don't know about that. I need a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 10 grand a week. I mean, I could do 15 cruises a year.
He's just gonna be on the cruise all year, right?
A cruise? You can rent a yacht.
You gonna get off one and get on the other.
That's it.
You can rent a yacht. You can rent a yacht. You can charter
from one to the next. You're like, damn, motherfucker, do you ever touch the land?
Right.
I mean, sometimes.
Hurricane season.
God. Yeah, hurricane season. I'm back on land.
I'll take a break.
Yeah. All right. We an hour in. Let's just hurry up, move on to the next one, because I ain't realized that she got away from us like that. That's what happens. That's how you know it's genuine conversation, man.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real. All right. Genuine. This one's called Black or Nigga.
So all of this time we've been fighting to be accepted and realize that no matter what, you're still a nigga. It took Tiger Woods to go get sued and fined for him to realize when he said, I'm not black, I'm Tiger Woods. I'm not black, I'm OJ. These brothers felt as if they were beyond their blackness. And in that, white America had to humble them. They had to humble them to let them know, nigga, you still a nigga. No matter what you do, you are still a nigga. Diddy, you think you bigger than the system? You still a nigga. Bill Cosby, you still a nigga. R. Kelly, you still a nigga. And as those thoughts linger in our minds, we must understand that no matter what, you are still a nigga. So you have to define and redefine what being a nigga is. And the only way to develop a new definition of that is building within and building on your own. So if I'm gonna be a nigga, let me be with my niggas.
I think Kanye said, even if you in the Benz, you're still a nigga
in the coupe.
I think that was Fabby, Mr. Fab. Shout out to the Bay area.
What you think about that, Hersh?
I think that's pretty accurate, and I think that goes back to why it felt so good to land in Africa, where everybody looked like me, and like you don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a thing. You just a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's accurate though. No matter what you got, no matter if they pat you on the back, say good job, and they smiling at you. End of the day, do one thing wrong, this nigga. So,
yep. So you brother Fly?
I'm on that same time. I just talked about Kanye. Like, you get to a certain amount, or you get to a certain level, and then it's like they want to start controlling things, and you can't say this, and you can't do that, and it's they want to remind you.
Don't get too big. Yeah. Too big for your
you.
britches, boy.
So, to people who've been saying,
boy,
yeah. So people that be saying that, they call people race baiters and like this, like you discounting our experiences saying stuff like that, man, because look, man, we experience this. We ain't making this shit up. And if let's go off the logic of that's not true. That's not really happening. It's so easy for you to say it because you're you and you have
you're not experienced.
You be able to do all these things. You have you got what it takes to play the game at these certain levels. If it was true that it's not real, then how are we struggling? And we hit these walls, and then we got to answer to these people. We even try to make our own thing, and they get burnt down, and they destroy them.
Mm-hmm. Don't get too big.
We end up having leaders that end up standing for us. Mm-hmm. They end up murdering them.
Yep.
They end up dying of some type of circumstance, and we ain't had none since.
Yep.
Where does that come from? Where you mean this is all a figment of our imagination? See, it's again, it's a certain people that live under a certain delusion. It's a delusion. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't see it and everybody else can see it, how you can't?
Yep. They don't want to see it.
That's it.
And maybe you do see it. You don't want to admit it.
Yeah, they don't want to.
It's fear. You might be scared.
It's all of them.
You
fear. They don't want to see it.
If we do it, if y'all may fear that if it's true, that it's true, and we be able to, be on the same playing field, that we do you dirty like we've been done, or maybe it's gonna look different and it's not gonna look the same. Hence why y'all say, "Oh, bring this back or bring that back." Mm-hmm. It wasn't never good then. It was things that need to fix, and you was even lied to.
So on that note, what you just touched on, because I often have these thoughts, and you say they fear because they fear that we'll do to them what they've done to us.
I believe that's some of the. That's not all of them. Yeah. Some of them might fear that.
Oh no,
there's other fear that they don't. They all have fear, and it's all around us coming up. Because if the system would be made to keep us from coming up to a certain extent, but it's different fears within that.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm saying, is it justified? In other words, I've asked this question before.
Is it justified for us to do what they do to us? What you saying?
Yeah, would it be justified? No, look, I'm not asking you to answer that question. What I'm saying is there are black people that feel that way. There are black people that feel like, you know what? It would be fair to give you motherfuckers back what y'all did to us.
They know that's understandable that we feel like that's why they're afraid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
what I'm getting at, they know that we feel like that. But the truth of the matter is, this is why we didn't start off with trying to burn shit down and tear shit up. We started with hunger strikes, like standing strikes and protesting.
Yeah, for equality.
We just asked we asked for it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We ain't demanded. We ain't start getting gun. Like y'all they didn't start really getting like they weren't afraid of us having guns until the Black Panthers came around and we started showing pistols and shit like we ain't having it. That's when it started getting like they start seeing the imagery of that.
Yeah.
But we wasn't never been. We always try to come like, yo,
Peaceful.
this not fair. Let's make it even.
I guess what I'm getting at is they do a really great job. A lot of white folks do a really great job at trying to make you feel bad for harboring any sort of resentment. Like, I'm not supposed to harbor no resentment when I read history to see what your people did to my people. I'm not supposed to have no resentment towards you. Well, because their favorite argument, their favorite line is...
That's the delusion I'm talking about.
Yeah, because their favorite line is, well, I didn't do it. No, motherfucker. We're not saying you did it. We saying your people did it. And they say, well, I don't deserve to be treated that way. And neither did the people that was enslaved. They didn't deserve it either.
How they treated?
No. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm saying to attack the mindset of, if I feel like I have resentment towards you, if I feel like if we get in power, we should do to you what y'all did to us, they saying, well, we didn't deserve it. We didn't do it. But those enslaved people didn't deserve to be enslaved either. But they don't think about that.
No, that's correct. But that's the delusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's fear.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, you don't do that to me. Well, when they start to say, oh, but that wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fear and delusion. Most of us don't want to do nothing to y'all.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to be fair. Or at the least, when we build our shit, leave us alone.
That's what I was about to say. Leave us the fuck alone. That's the main thing. Just leave us the fuck alone. It's not hard. Develop a system where we can apply for capital and get said capital, or allow us to make our own institutions.
They don't want to leave us alone.
That's true.
Because the system that's been built, I'm telling you, they don't want to leave what the system them built for. Like they profit off of it.
Exactly.
Even at the smallest detail.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to give that up.
Yep.
It's people who rock with black people. It's white people that rock with black people to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
Till it gets to that point, it's like, do I really want to give this up?
I want to give up my privilege.
Do you want to give up control? And none of them do.
Because the reason they don't want to stop messing with us is because without us, it ain't no system.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would try to have to do this system to somebody else. Too late for that. Because them Asians ain't having it.
Neither are the Mexicans either.
Well, it's like I told you off camera. It's a lot of Mexicans here that was born here that's been around black. The ones that don't have issues with black people, they don't have issues with black people because they see and they understand what's been going on. The people that's newly coming over here and they say that, oh, y'all just lazy, y'all do this. They don't understand because they don't have the long lasting history we had.
Yep.
And they're not doing the research. Yeah. But this whole thing is making it hard for them to do research because they're trying to do away with history.
Yep.
Don't know. See, I need them to understand. We don't hate y'all. We don't be trying to hate y'all. And we don't be trying to blame y'all. But guess what? Y'all made it that way. Or your peoples made it that way. And you can say, but it wasn't me. We all understand that the president is only the president because of what happened in the past. Mm-hmm. Things got set up in the past for y'all to be where y'all at. And this country can fix it. They don't want to. Yeah. You see what he doing? He going there, trying to change shit up the way he doing. It's very easy.
Even harder, yeah.
But it goes back to what I said. They've been benefiting. And they don't trying to let off the benefit.
But they trying to turn it up now.
Because it's slipping. They afraid things are slipping from all angles.
Yeah.
It's falling apart. This shit falling apart. That's
the thing is, they ain't gonna be able to control it though. It's gonna...
That's where the fear. I keep saying the fear would come in. They holding on to this shit and it's just slipping. They can't hold on to it no more. They trying to scramble. Oh, make it great again. But guess what? Your whole mindset on what you thought this was is falling apart, and you starting to see the truth.
Yeah.
Your reality is shattered. It ain't nothing but they reality shattered.
All I know is,
and they clinging on to that illusion hard as hell now.
Yeah,
because it's shattering, and it's like, oh.
All I know is, like I say, like, you know, some of what we was talking about last night. Like, let me put it this way. If there's a black person that is prejudiced against white people, I understand. I'm gonna leave it at that. I understand why. I ain't gonna shame you for it either. I understand why. Because that is the main thing that they try to do in this society, is to try to shame you for doing or feeling a certain way about something. And don't get me wrong, on a lot of levels, I think we need to bring shame back. So it's like somebody could say, well, you talking out of both sides of my mouth. Maybe I am.
No, shame need to be brought back, because people doing, and that's not just white people, that's everybody. Everybody doing shit that don't make goddamn sense.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, that's what I meant by, on a certain level, I am talking out of both sides of my mouth, because everybody needs to, to come back for everybody.
No, everybody need that shame. That shame need to be brought back. But these, you know, I understand for the black person that might be prejudiced. I understand.
Yep.
But I ain't gonna turn into them.
Right. It don't make it right, but I understand. I do.
No, I understand, but we can't turn into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow for some folks. Some people are just, and those would be the ones that they label black supremacists or black extremists or whatever. It's like, man, shut the fuck up.
Supreme what?
How?
That's why I say, yo, everybody need to question this shit that they be saying.
Yeah.
Do it make sense? Supreme what?
Ooh,
we ain't trying to be supreme over y'all.
I think they think we supreme. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up to a degree.
No, I'm gonna say this. They must think we supreme or something. Well, because we be certain things we dominate, and when it comes to ability, it's because what you end up, it backfired. The stuff that y'all end up making to be obstacles end up making us stronger and backfired.
Yep.
Look, man, this human existence could be far more easier than it had to be. Just be good to other people.
Right. Yeah. As simple as that.
Yeah, I agree.
Just be good to other people, man.
Yeah.
That's it. And it don't take much.
No, I don't.
But a lot of them are afraid because they think it's gonna take everything, and everything is them benefiting off the system that's been made, that's been lied to them and told to them that this is their birthright, or this is how it's supposed to be. It ain't. Or you won't be having these issues with other people and trying to hold on to this shit and trying to keep this shit from crumbling. Why is it crumbling? And y'all been running it the whole time. Why is it crumbling?
That is the key sticking point. That is what I always ask them. This is the same shit I always say. Y'all have been running the show. Yeah, there's one common denominator. Yeah. One common fucking denominator here. When you look globally and see most of the atrocities committed, you see a trail of death and destruction. Look, I'm going to save it for next week. I'll say it next week, because we're approaching the end of the episode. I don't want it to go on too long. So,
yeah.
But we'll pick back up on this next week. We'll be back. We'll come back and our show will be way more put together than what it is, because we didn't have a hit or miss this week. We didn't really get into much that was going on in the news. There's a bunch of stuff, so we're just gonna cut it short for here. Just basically, hey, we coming back. We back. We had some hiccups, but we back. God willing. We all wake up every day. So, look, we'll see y'all next week. We'll pick up where we left off, and we'll continue the conversation as well as whatever this asshole has done next. Because Lord knows it just changes from day to day or hour to hour with this fucker.
Yeah.
Like, there's no winning with this guy. So, but anyway.
What I want to say to the people, man, especially everybody, not just black people, but I'm talking mainly black people, but not just black people. It's white people who not feeling all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, man. Don't be in fear. Even though it's looking crazy and it's hard out here, I know it. He's the only difference between him and some other people is he more outward with his shit. So we have people that's been in office, done been around.
Yeah,
you just don't
the
know
same moves, but they just don't.
Yeah, you just don't know because they've been more covert.
Yeah.
So the fear is not so prevalent back then, but his kind has been around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they've been in positions and still are.
Yeah.
So don't fear. We just gotta get through this shit. That's really what it is. And like I just said, it don't take much, man, to make this existence as being a human being on this planet. It's not hard, man. It's just do right by yourself and other people.
Yep.
That's it. Do right by yourself and other people, no matter what they look like or whatever. Just do right. Be respectful. And that's that.
Yep. Any parting words, Hersh?
No, I think you said it best. Like, I mean, do right by people. That should be simple. Simple as that.
Yep. And I'll end it by saying, yeah, but do right by people until you can't, and after that, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, you gotta put boundaries.
Yeah, don't let them.
You gotta do boundaries. It's just you know. If you get to that point, just back out or get away. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? But for the most part, and I'm not saying that everybody's going to be respectful because people just not always on the same level.
Yep.
Of they just not on the same level. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yep. Y'all know what I mean. They not there yet. But for sometimes, we can back away. We don't gotta get disrespectful back all the time. But we sometimes gotta back away because when people are not on that level yet, we gotta have compassion for these people because they not there yet.
Yeah, I don't know. My level for compassion is it's only tolerant for certain kind of people. And you can read into that what you want to read into that, but
yeah, I mean, it's just like this. Somebody gets out of line, I gauge it and understand that this person is not on a mental level yet or emotional level yet. Back off.
Yep.
And I'm gonna forgive you because I know you ain't there.
Yep.
But I'm not going to keep on engaging with you. Now, when you try to hinge on my personal space after I'm telling you I'm bagging up and I forgive you, now I have to protect myself. That's different.
Yep. Yep.
But if God forgive us all the time, who am I to not forgive somebody else?
Yeah.
If he ain't forgiving this shit, you think this shit would be here? How human beings work?
You would torch this a long time ago. for good.
You could tell God got compassion because we killed his son. He sent his son down here. And y'all did what y'all did with that. You see how a black person act when you take some their son or their daughter or something on the street. You know how they act. They want vengeance now. We spin a block tonight.
Yeah.
So imagine if God didn't have that compassion like that, and he's just like, fuck him.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we'll get up out of here. We'll see y'all next week, and just stay safe out there. Do the best y'all can to weather these storms, and just keep your heads up. Stay positive. It is easier said than done, but you can do it. And try to be around people that give you positive reinforcement. Just keep y'all heads up, because Lord knows it's a struggle. So look, we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace out.
Peace.